Hello, my name is Jen, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you a pose flow tutorial that includes a series of balance poses. So, balance poses have always been a favorite category of mine because of the level of focus and concentration that they create. So, we're going to begin today's pose flow tutorial standing in mountain pose near the front short side of the mat. And for this flow, I would recommend two yoga blocks, maybe starting with those on their highest height, because you can always adjust once we get moving. So, taking the feet approximately underneath of the hip points, and you could even kind of rock a little bit forward and back on the feet, just rocking toward the balls of the feet and then toward the heels. Eventually, you just let that rocking movement get a little smaller. So you're finding your way to the center, to that point of balance across the balls of the feet and the heels. The rocking motion stills, you might even lift up the 10 toes to help you find that balancing point between the balls of the feet and the heels. So you feel the inner ball of the foot, outer ball of the foot, inner heel, outer heel, grounding down, creating a little bit of lightness up through the center of the foot. Release your arms down by your side and find a gazing point for your eyes. Maintaining this sense of balance across your feet as you let your 10 toes come down to the floor. We're going to begin by shifting the weight into the left foot. We're going to come into stork position. So initially, let's bring the prayer hands to the heart as the right heel begins to lift. Draw that left hip in so that it's stacked over the knee and ankle, and eventually engaging the core enough so that the right foot floats up into the air, stork position. Engage the lower ribs toward one another. We're going to send the arms up and along the sides of the face, and we're going to begin to flow here between this position and airplane pose. On your next exhalation, you're going to allow your right heel to come in toward the buttocks and then send the right leg and the arms back as you tip your body forward, leaving the chest a little higher. Inhale, bend the right knee, sweep the arms forward, and come back into stork pose. Exhale, soften a little bit in that left knee as you transition into airplane. So extend out through the inner elbows, the back of the knee, lift the heart, and inhale, stork pose. One more time. Exhale, a little softening in the left elbow, at least while you're transitioning. Lift through the heart, spread through your fingers. Inhale, stork pose. Now, this time as we go back to airplane pose, we're going to be transitioning from there. So, exhale, going back into airplane pose, pausing there for just one inhalation. Now, as you exhale, soften your left knee. Let your hands come down to find your blocks. We're folding into standing split. So, adjust the blocks if needed. Just fold into that left leg as your right leg lifts up. Inhale, right foot is landing down on the floor, lifting through your spine halfway. Lift the belly, reach out through the crown of the head, and exhale as you fold into the legs. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, press down into your feet, sweep your arms open. As you exhale, draw your prayer hands together and bring your prayer hands down into your heart. Now you can pause right here, taking a few breaths, or you might lift your heels momentarily, just engaging down through the balls of the feet, inner balls of the feet specifically, base of the big toe. Feeling the heels lift and the strength across your ankles. Gazing in front of you, steady gaze with the eyes. Allowing your heels to slowly relax down to the floor. Bring your arms down by your side. And again, just take that little bit of rocking across your feet. Making the rocking motion a little smaller. Okay, and then eventually feeling the stabilization of the body as you press down into the balls of the feet, into the heels, and feel the light lift of the center of the foot. Shift into your right foot. Left foot starts to come up, engage through the belly, stork position, prayer hands at the heart. Send the arms up by the ears, engage the low front ribs together. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the right knee a bit as you find airplane pose. Left leg going back, spread through your fingers. Inhale, stork pose. Let the arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, bend the right knee, tip the body forward. Inhale, stork pose. Left knee draws in toward the ribs, fingertips go up. Exhale, airplane pose. Spread your fingers, extend through the inner elbows. Inhale, stork position. This time exhaling, going to airplane pose, pausing. Take an extra inhalation here. And as you're exhaling, you're going to start to bend your right knee. Let your hands start to come down. So you're finding those yoga blocks. Adjust them if needed. Fold into the right leg. Standing split. As you inhale, left foot's going to come down. Lift through the belly. Reach out through the crown of the head. And exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, begin to bend your knees, sweep your arms open and up, extended mountain pose, prayer hands connecting, coming down into the heart. Now you can pause here in mountain pose, this symmetrical shape, or press into the bases of your big toes, let your heels elevate momentarily, feeling everything collect at the center. So balance poses, balance flows help us to bring our mind into that centered and still point. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lower your heels, release your arms. So thank you for joining me for today's pose flow tutorial. This is a great sequence of poses when you feel like the mind is bouncing all over the place and you're hoping to bring your mind into a greater state of calmness. Because the flow does require a little bit of openness in the backs of the legs, I do typically like to place this one in a sequence after I've done a few half salutes or sun salutations, a little bit of extra warming up for the hamstrings at the backs of the legs. You could also include poses that strengthen the hips prior to this sequence of poses, such as warrior two, extended side angle, tree pose. And if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comment section below. Thank you.